wouldn't mind the Kimberly pick.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I think you want Psycho either now or in the 4th position, right? Because like Kimberly, obviously in 2 out of 3 is so potent. She can just overwhelm and smother you out of the gate. But it is going to be now instead. As Vicious highlighted, we got Psycho going up against Booce. So we can see if the Kimberly can kind of thwart what we just saw from Riddles with the Terry. Man, oh man, that Bandits jersey's clean too. I like what they brought.
That was just about to say,
yeah,
man.
they brought to the table. Booce looking good in it as well.
I love seeing Booce more often than not, right? Like his transition over from Ken into Terry has been quite a productive one in regards to like his overall performances within the United States, right? I don't think he has like that opportunity to travel overseas as often, but when he does make his presence known in those weekly events, it's definitely something to really take note of. I think his Terry is like pretty much evolved to a point where he's really, really comfortable with and also like prioritizing that character as his main. But you talk about someone with vast improvement, like exponential growth. Psycho is definitely in that category as well.
Yeah, that's a great point to bring up, right? Both of these players have taken tremendous leaps when it comes to their competitive viability in Street Fighter 6. Booce is one of my favorite players to watch, period, like in the entire world. Love the way he approaches the game, the way just in general, the different things he thinks about. He thinks about a lot of stuff that even elite level competitive players kind of throw to the wayside. So I just love seeing all the little nuances and character and player specific counter strategies that he brings to the table. And then Psycho on the other end, right? Psycho challenged himself at the beginning of Street Fighter 6. He's like, I've played against Pug too long. I've played against all these elite players too long. I've played Street Fighter itself for too long. It's time for me to step up, and boy, has he ever.
I still think about that video he put out. He's like, my credentials are strong. You're damn right they are. You gotta have that kind of confidence, because when you're around that competitiveness, when you're around like top tier players all the time and you get to practice with them, you gotta make sure that you can still hang with the big dogs, especially in League. And honestly, in his rookie season, a phenomenal job. He was getting so many points. I think he was in contention for like top 3 most points earned.
Yeah, even super clutch in Ryugoku as well, right, in the World Championships. Right there, you can see Booce already off to the races, checking the drivers, but Psycho, nice job avoiding it. And then Booce, not scared to let it fly early.
Dude, all of these reads, all of these counter plays from both ends have already got me excited, right? There have been really, really solid call-outs against each other's defense and offense already, but it really is going to be the first act. We got the can still, a slight exchange, but way worse off for Psycho. Although still maintaining the corner positioning, it's going to be just fine. We get the step, the overhead as well, applying pressure with delayed crouch jabs, excuse me.
Indeed, right. Almost caught Booce, but it was just a trade. And then again, just pressing off the plus frames. So many call-outs here, and speaking of which, gets the power bomb and the headsy, but it hit. Oh, so unfortunate for Psycho, not expecting the jab to connect.
That was a good call-out. I mean, like, even from Booce, right? Taking the risk of even throwing out a button to get counter hit like that, I don't think that was going to be intentional from Booce, but he's going to be swinging regardless. It was more so up to Psycho to recognize if it hits or not to get that conversion.
And establishing the power wave early. Oh, but walks right into the Kimberly neutral. That stand medium kick drive rush into the level 3. Let's get that install going. I like it nice and early as well, because ideally for Psycho, you go to around 3, right? So build up as much meter as you can.
I think she's got the only super that really kind of breaks that rule of like, hey, you want to make sure it kills, right? Like having it out this early is pretty much instrumental towards her success, in my opinion.
Yeah, Booce with a big neutral jump, right? Kimberly's love fishing with that stand fierce, one of her favorite buttons. He's trying to catch it again. This time, Psycho waited till he landed.
I like that also being 9 frames, but the low medium kick actually getting the conversion. Level 3 incoming. This is going to be pretty explosive. The rising fang, it should kill.
Yes, indeed, the level 3, it's gonna be enough. Beautiful stuff from Booce on that routing as well. He needed to specifically pick a certain route to build that bar, and he got on the very last hit. Well done.
As wild as they were swinging in the very first round of game 1, you can't really knock it off against Psycho, right? He is contemplating just a little bit, maybe trying to change up his style, but at the same time, it was very ambiguous as to what either player wanted to do, or at least how they wanted to approach the matchup. Yeah, 9 frames to stuff out that driver, standing heavy punch, putting in work thus far. Psycho successfully getting Booce into the corner, but we've seen, even in the previous game, Booce has done a great job of contesting the opponent out of the corner, and we see it right now.
You can see Booce pressing well on the plus frames, right? That crouch beam kick from Kimberly is plus on block, even more so with the drive rush. And again, now just harassing. Beautiful spacing trap right outside stand fierce range.
He is so ready for that range as well. But now the slide sneaks up on in there, does get a throw. Psycho, how do you bring Booce back into the corner? But more importantly, how do you open up this man? His defense has been so hard to catch. The throws, that's going to be doing it little by little, but sooner or later, he's going to get out. OD rising tackle, that's going to be parried on the way through. Drive rush fierce, punish counter. Insane looking at match point.
Incredible performance from Booce so far. Like, just extremely right on almost every read. That time, though, Psycho whiffs one stand medium kick, gets Booce to press to whiff punish the second one. We got a quick drive reversal, though. Get the bomb away. Try to bait something out. Does so with the elbow, just right outside the burn knuckle.
He goes for the throw. Hella damage incoming. This is the momentum that Psycho was looking for. We get the Azuna drop. That is way off the mark. Psycho wasn't even within the vicinity for that rising tackle to connect.
Yeah, light rising tackle right there. Extremely fast, extremely quick recovery too, but Psycho still managed to punch it in time. Very nice stuff, not getting lost in the lights. That was very much a surprise option from Booce right there.
Damn, at the very edge of that slide, still being able to link that crouching jab. Off to the races we go with Psycho. Booce, although making a little bit of a jump back to kind of clear that space, clear that air, Psycho still was in hot pursuit. But backing away, now we get that big opener. Booce being able to jump out to level 3.
Of another hezzy right there too. You saw the drive rush plus frames from the Fears. Did a slight micro walk in the crouch medium punch, opens Psycho up. Oh, but Psycho, the sweep response, huge.
As soon as you see green, just throwing it out there. That was a very ambitious slide. Full punish counter, or at least a decent punish counter at that from Booce. Just one more throw will do it. But the overhead, just within range. A big rebuttal from the Bandits camp. We're tied up. One set apiece from both. 10 points on the board for Bandits.
Man, Terry Bogard was like, this is Street Fighter League. I'm here now, baby. Both games won by the Terry players. Booce and Riddles taking the dubs for their teams. And now Mena RD, bro. The reigning, defending EVO and EVO Japan champion coming up to the plate now.
I'm so glad that Booce added the extra part of his name, Booce Lee.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the big opener we had when we got introduced to him in the competitive circuit. Like, this guy's like Booce Lee, right? It was either that or Booce Wayne, depending on which type of play style shows up, right? I feel like he's concocted a really solid strategy towards Psycho, right? There's a lot of preventative measures, and even so, if you can't stop him from pushing you into the corner, he didn't take that much damage from that pressure, although it shows up on the replay as such. But outside of that round, I think he's done a great job of calling out some of the offensive sequences from Psycho, either being able to counter poke or even jump out of the corner to reset the pretty much positioning for himself.
Yeah, he really like honed in on the fact that Psycho was gonna want some big haymaker type hits, right? We saw him challenge plus frames multiple times, just throwing out his light and counter hitting the option that Psycho was presenting. Even though Psycho was at plus, he was just going with something that was a bit longer startup, that was gonna give him a better reward than something like a light kick or some type of a tighter gap would have. So just great identification from Booce on that, and was able to take it.